Welcome back. You're watching Visions. I am Helen Roshkoot, and our guest today is Sandy Noble, a disability worker from Paran Mission. Welcome back, Sandy. Yes, Sandy. So, what are you passionate about? We were talking about it before we went to break, and I'd just like to, stretch it out a little bit more.
Well, one of the other things I want to share that I'm doing on a personal level is I'm very passionate about justice, and having been in India and seeing the way that people live and the poverty and knowing the incredible wealth that we live with. One of the things that I have done is I designed a line of jewelry. It's sterling silver, and I had it cast, and I'm using it as a fundraiser for a project that is in South Africa. A friend of mine's father was involved in this project, and it has to do with there are 12 young children right now who have HIV, who are living with a pastor. He's taken them in, and they live in like a furniture crate, a cargo crate. A lot of the people, and that's seen as luxury. A lot of the people in this slum area are living in, I think they're living in construction tubes. And our vision for that is, his vision is amazing. We are going to buy a plot of land. We're going to build a house and a school on it. And so one of my passions is to help raise money for this project, which I'm very excited about.
Yeah, that's very exciting. And so what sustains you, Sandy?
I would say a deep faith in good. I believe in the goodness of humanity. I've heard horrific stories of what have happened to people in their personal lives, and I've seen people die of AIDS. But our human spirit amazes me. Some of the people whose stories have been the worst have had the most beautiful hearts and have turned their circumstances around to help others. And when I see that, I just have so much hope and faith in humanity and the goodness of it, even in the midst of a lot of darkness.
Yeah, that's right. It's amazing what the human spirit can conquer.
It is incredible. And I have, one of the things that really gives me life too is I have a little granddaughter who's 3 who lives with me, and just to see, the newness of life and the beauty of it, and it gives me faith. Renews my
fantastic. Faith. Yeah. So, Sandy, what is your future vision for you personally? And then we'll talk about in your career.
Yeah, I guess for me personally, through the mental health field, I have seen people again who've gone through tremendous hardships and who've really, really struggled. And what has become of them, they've become people of deep integrity and care and compassion. And I hope that for myself, that I just, that I deepen and grow in that way. I think in other cultures, you see the elders being people who are of wisdom and compassion. And I pray that that's what I evolve into. I hope it is. Yeah. So personally for me, I hope that will happen. And I also hope in my work, I would love to work overseas again and be directly involved in changing environments, from great poverty to bringing hope and bringing sustainable living into those environments with using my gifts to help those communities grow.
Yeah. And with Paran Mission, what can we as a community do to help, or
they have
any involvement?
Yes, there are a lot of volunteer programs there. In fact, the mission runs. If it was not for volunteers, we wouldn't be open. But I would say on a greater scale is to there are a lot of our clients who are in the communities, and a lot of times people look at them and shun them because they look odd, or people mock them and make fun of them. But I would say embrace people who are different than you, and there's a story behind every human being, a story that's worth listening to. And each person deserves our respect in that, the respect of listening to them and treating them like they're equal, because they are.
They are. That's right. Just because we look different or act differently.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's just the outer.
It is.
And inside we're all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's great strength and amazing stories behind a lot of these people.
Yes, yes. And listening to their stories, as I imagine you do every day, what courage that gives you as well to move on in your life.
It does, absolutely. It really challenges me.
And seeing the gift in everything.
Yes.
Yeah. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you today, Sandy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for being our guest on Visions. Yes. You've been watching Visions. My name is Helen Roshkut. I hope you've enjoyed the show.